Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 11th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here, Virgo. And sorry, I didn't actually mean to pull that, but we'll take it. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross for the week, and we're going to see what's going on for you here. You have that koala spirit. I haven't been pulling oracle cards for these readings, but I did for you. So the koala spirit says spirit has a plan. So I feel that spirit could have a plan for your life at this time, is what I would say. The funny thing is that you end with the magician. In these Celtic crosses, whenever I end with the magician, he's always pointing over to where I have my oracle card, so I always pull an oracle card if I get the magician in the last row when I do these Celtic crosses. So I probably would have pulled this card anyway, maybe. But this card, again, says Spirit has a plan, so I feel like you are kind of being divinely guided at this time. You start off with the Devil. The interesting thing is that you're being crossed by the Two of Cups. Some of you, obviously could be in a toxic relationship. Of course, take it how it resonates. That doesn't have to be true for all of you, but I do feel some of you are kind of maybe in a situation. But the reason I really don't feel like talking about it, if I'm being honest with you, Virgo, is that you have the Ace of Wands next in the area of the near future. This really tells me that you're focused on having a new beginning anyway, and that you're moving towards a new beginning anyway, right? So there you go. You have the Two of Cups as well. Two of Cups is like, as far as a crossing energy is concerned, it can represent having a hard time like finding a group of people or a person in general that you can find alignment with. The reason I kind of find here in your reading that it could be people plural is because you have the Seven of Swords in the area of your closest relationships. So some of you could be working on your relationships in general, or you could be trying to find like your tribe, your group of people. I would say with the Devil and the Two of Cups crossing that you are maybe finding that people want too much from you and they're not like giving anything to you in return. So it kind of looks to me like some of you could be looking for, more co-creative relationships. Let's put it that way, where it's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I don't think in relationships we should necessarily be like, oh, well, I did this for them, and like writing it down on a piece of paper and be like, I did this for them, what did they do for me? But I feel like it's nice to be in co-creative relationships, obviously. So I feel like some of you, that's what you could be hoping for. I do feel like some of you are kind of like trying to get away from a toxic energy in general. In the area of your thoughts, you have the King of Cups. I kind of like this for you because the King of Cups, he's very stable emotionally. He has very stable emotions. You can see that he's sitting there in choppy waters, but his face is like perfectly fine. He's not worried about what's going on around him. He's not worried about the choppy water. He's perfectly fine. I also feel like you're getting ready for something new. There's this boat right there above my finger on the King of Cups. The boat on the King of Cups represents going on a new adventure, going on a new journey. But the boat on the King of Cups is a little different because it can usually represent going somewhere where you've never been before. It's kind of like on the King of Cups, it's meant to represent kind of like exploration in the sense that like back in the day, people would, like the Vikings and stuff would get on boats and they didn't really know where they were going. They would just like hope that they would run into land, right? So I kind of feel that some of you are opening up to those types of adventures where it's like maybe you're not sure where the adventure itself is going. For a lot of you, I feel like this could be financial. In the area of your foundation, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. It kind of says like the things you're working on now are going to pay off big time in the future. For some of you, coming up in your foundation, to me it says that your finances are probably perfectly fine right now. So I definitely feel that financially things could be going very well for you. But I also feel like there's better finances coming in the future. Definitely like to see that. In the area of your past, you have the Queen of Pentacles, very focused on resources. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness and being resourceful. I kind of feel throughout life in general that you have learned to be resourceful. And even in like career, I feel like maybe in your career, you have gone through changes in the past. I feel like you're about to go through another one. I'm pretty sure in your July reading or maybe in your next 3-month reading, I can't remember which one, I was talking about how I feel like you're going from like one career to another. I'm not saying that you're completely changing your career, but it does feel like to me that you're taking, like, I feel like you've already done this in your life before, where it's like you've taken some skills that you have and you brought them forward to like your next career or your next thing, if that makes sense. I feel like you're about to do that again, where it's like you're taking, the skills that you've developed now, and you're bringing them forward to like something new. In the area of the near future, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is like a passionate new beginning. I always like to think of the Ace of Wands as like the spark of life. It's like that initial, flash, that initial thing that gets you excited about something new, like kind of like the burst of a new idea, and you're getting excited about it. You can see that there's a castle crumbling right here. The crumbling castle kind of represents, out with the old, in with the new. So I feel like you're just ready for a new beginning in general. I feel like you're feeling very passionate. Again, I do like that you have the King of Cups here, because, the Ace of Wands, I get a very passionate feeling. I feel like you feel like almost, I don't want to say emotional, but I feel like you have strong feelings about things that are happening in your life. Everything, not just one thing. So I feel like you're in this very passionate kind of space, if that makes sense. In the area of the next few months, you have the Four of Pentacles. So kind of feeling very secure and stable. I feel like you will want to feel, I feel like you want to feel more here with the Four of Pentacles over the next few months. Not a bad thing. I just feel that you're kind of wanting to feel expansion. It's funny because I said something similar in a reading like a while ago, and someone was like, how is that not a bad thing? I'm like, well, if we didn't have feelings, if we didn't feel that we wanted to be more, then we would never be more. We would never do anything else because we didn't have the feeling that we wanted to expand in the first place. So it's a good thing. And that's kind of how I feel here. Not bad, not good. I just feel like you want to expand, that you're like wanting more in general. You're craving more. Your soul is craving expansion with this Four of Pentacles. Pretty deep reading. Actually, I'm pretty sure your readings have been pretty deep over the past like few readings that I've done for you. So whenever that happens, to me, I always think like the person I'm reading for is going through a transformation. You have the Seven of Swords next. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. Seven of Swords can definitely be lying, cheating, stealing. Of course, that's true for some of you. But as I always say, this is not Kim Kardashian tarot, right? I don't care about the whole drama and all that other stuff. But some of you could be dealing with that. What I would say is that the Seven of Swords really is about doing things differently. You can see that he's stealing those swords from an army that is in the background right here. So instead of going to war, he is stealing the swords. And he's not like facing the army head on. So it can represent that. If you're dealing with any issues or challenges with a toxic person or people in your life, this is saying don't clash with them, especially right now. I've been telling people all year, Mars retrograde years, terrible for arguments. I always say Will Smith clearly does not watch Minnow Pond because he would have never done what he did, right? Those types of things never work during Mars retrograde. So, we have Mars retrograde coming up at the end, towards the end of August. And what I would say here is that, if you're having any personnel conflicts, any issues, anything like that, this is saying, hey, there's probably a better way to deal with these conflicts than just like trying to argue or fight or do those things. Really, during Mars retrograde, we should do nothing. The person who does nothing usually wins. So if you're dealing with any issues, kind of taking the more peaceful route is going to be a lot more successful for you. The other thing I would say is the Seven of Swords can represent taking things too seriously. You can see that he has these polka dots on his cloak, and polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously, needing to lighten up, needing to enjoy yourself more. So it could actually represent needing to socialize. Like if you have been very busy, working too hard, it can say that it's going to be important for you to take some time to socialize and have fun. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have, let me just check this. You have the Strength card, and the Strength card is a card of having been patient, but I also feel that you just feel in control with this energy. You can see that lion has its tail between its legs, and the lion is submitting to her. So it's kind of like a card of your inner demons, your inner voice, your inner critic submitting to you. So I feel like you're feeling in a very strong position. And as your outcome, I can't get it off the table. You have the Magician. The Magician is about using your words to manifest something. It's also the card of a new beginning. So, it definitely seems to me like a new beginning reading, like I said, with that Ace of Wands, starting something new. But I feel like whatever you're going to be focusing on is what you're going to be attracting into your life. He is also the card of reinvention. He has this Ouroboros right here, this snake eating its own tail, which kind of represents reinventing yourself or turning yourself from one thing into another. So I feel like a lot of you are going through a period of like reinvention here with the Magician and all this other stuff. Let's see here. With the Devil and the Two of Cups, you have the Strength card. I feel like it's saying you've been very patient in a toxic situation. So if you've been dealing with something that's toxic or that just isn't right, I feel like you've been patient. You could be like healing the situation, or maybe you're not healing it, but you're just kind of like moving through it with this energy. With the King of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands really says don't give up on something. So in a lot of ways, I feel that mentally, I would say that you're there. I feel like you're willing to be perseverant. You're willing to see something through to the end or continue on your journey. I really always get this feeling of expansion for you, only like the past 3 readings, Virgo, where I feel, again, that you're like going from one thing to another. For a lot of you, it's like expansion in your career. But there's, like I said, it's kind of weird because I can't get away from the fact that it feels similar but different. So it's like, it's like you could be, for some of you, it could be as simple as you're like moving and you're just taking your career from one career to another. And that's why it's similar but different. That's why I feel that way. For others, I literally feel you could be kind of reaching a bigger audience, like more, it's like you're leveling it up in some way. That's the best way I could put it. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Three Cups. Definitely a celebration coming in for you financially. Again, if you're growing or expanding your career, or if you're doing anything to grow your career, it looks like a celebration to me. Three Cups also card of community. So I'm pretty sure recently, in one of your readings, I said something about expanding your audience, literally, like the people you reach in your life. And I feel a lot of you could be doing that. You don't really have any moving cards here, but maybe some of you maybe you've already moved or you will be moving in the future. And I feel that could be opening you up to like a whole new group of people. And this could be very important. This could lead to a lot of growth, a lot of success, just good stuff in general. So I like to see that. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands really encourages you to move towards things that you're more passionate about. I think that like sometimes in work and career, we just fall out of love with what we're doing. Maybe not maybe we still like it, but we don't love it. And I feel like that's what this Knight of Wands is saying for some reason. I feel like it's saying either, do you have to completely change? I would say no. I feel like it's saying, how could this be something that you stay in love with? How can you make this something that you love to do, right? And so how can you do that? I don't know. Everybody's different, so you're going to have to figure it out. For others, I feel like just saying that there could be like a part of what you do for your career that you do love. And so you could be, instead of leaving it completely, you're just like refocusing what you do so that you love it more. I feel this is true for those of you with like business. It's like maybe whatever you're like focusing in on something. If you have a business that you really love, like the part that you love more, and I feel like it's just leading to this new beginning. I also feel that this could be new love coming in for you. It could be a fire sign. I'm pretty sure I've been saying to you, you have like a fire sign that's been showing up randomly. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Sun, the best card in the deck. So definitely a lot of happiness, good news, good things coming in over the next few months. So it looks like a good next few months to me. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, happiness, joy, happy home, happy family. It's a card of community as well. So you have 2 cards of community here, 3 Cups and the Ten of Cups. So a lot of happiness coming in for you. Also like a very social energy. So like I said, I feel if you're not socializing, there could be a lot of benefits in socializing. With the Strength card, you have the Page of Cups. Could be a Leo coming in for you as far as love is concerned. So if you're looking for love, definitely fire energy. And it could be like a knight, not a knight in shining armor, but just like a secret admirer type situation going on here if you are looking for love. For others, the Page of Cups can really be about your imagination. And that area of the reading is your future feelings. So you could be very much like in your imagination, but not in a bad way. You could just be imagining things that you want to create in your life. And with the Magician, you have the Hermit, you, showing up in a very strong position. It's actually a really good reading for you here, Virgo. Like, I feel like you're very focused and kind of focused on creating this new beginning. But can we just get like a final outcome for Virgo here? You have the Nine of Cups, fulfillment, happiness, joy, good things coming in for you. You have the Judgment card, waking up to your true purpose. Very interesting. A bunch of people have had that this week. And the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is still a little conflicted, but I kind of feel this reading is saying, number one, there is love here. And, that could be part of this. But I really feel this is about your purpose, this reading. And you're kind of like focusing in on your purpose in life. And this is just leading to more success. Plain and simple. I love it. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.